What's up, friends? This is Louis Lecca here, and I'm on Nuke the Fridge here on YouTube, and we're going to react. I'm going to react to the latest and greatest Star Wars show to hit Disney Plus, and that's the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. We've been waiting for it for a long time. There's been rumors of it probably ever since the end of Revenge of the Sith. What was it, 2005? I don't even remember when that movie hit, but yeah, we've been waiting for a long time for the return of Ewan McGregor in the title role of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm going to be talking about it here on Nuke the Fridge. Now, remember, I'm going to be reacting to the rest of the series as it goes on, so if this is your first time here, go ahead, subscribe. Make sure if you like Star Wars or anything pop culture to keep up with it and search for Nuke the Fridge, and yeah, we're gonna have fun for the next few weeks and beyond. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Okay, listen. Some of the Disney Star Wars has been disappointing, especially film-wise. I think it is safe to say that the sequel trilogy started off okay and then went downhill, and then we got Rogue One, which is probably the universally thought of as the best of that batch. But then something happened. We started getting the streaming service, and we got Mandalorian, which I think is pretty great. Then we got what did we get after Mandalorian? Then we got Boba Fett, right? It's okay. Not great. It's okay. This right here, was it worth it? Yeah. This was great. The first two episodes. Based on the first two episodes, I don't know. It could be donkey poop going on after this. I doubt it. Deborah Chow, where have you been all this time? I believe, look, I'm learning as I go. There's a lot of to take in here. There's a lot of buzzing. With Star Wars, there's a lot of new characters introduced and stuff like that. So still taking it all in, as I didn't even think it was going to be shown at this time. I believe they dropped it at 9 p.m. and usually it's 12 midnight here in LA. So they dropped it at 9. And thanks for that. I feel energized and everything. Drank a little bit of coffee. Started watching this, and a lot of emotion. I love the way. Let's start off with that. I love the way they're kind of like the way the show looks. I was gonna say movie because it does feel like a movie. They married kind of like the original trilogy's look and the prequel trilogy's look. I've never thought the prequel trilogy looked like Star Wars as much. I always had a little bit of a problem with it, but I think they found a happy medium, right? Like you see the transition between the Republic and the Imperial Revolution, or the rebellion and stuff. 10 years after the fall, Order 66. And we see how like there's still clones around, and there's the new Imperial stormtroopers. They're starting to take over the galaxy and stuff. People fear them and stuff. We see how the Empire interacts with regular civilians throughout the galaxy and how they're feared. So that is super cool. And I do understand that there's a lot of stuff from the animated series that is included here. When I'm on here, I'm gonna have different guests that are actually very well schooled in, Star Wars animation. I'm not one of them. I'm pure live action. That's just the way I roll with it. Live action is what's canon for me. Now I know some of the animation is supposed to be canon. That's fine. The way I watch Star Wars is live action, or that's the way I do it. Okay. So if you're one of those Star Wars fans, and what's up, Juancho? Juancho, what's up, man? I'm going to drop the link here as we're live. Juancho, if you want to come in, you may. We'll talk in a little bit after I'm done with my review. So if you're one of those Star Wars, because Star Wars sometimes it has fans that like it's either my way or the highway. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the way I watch it is live action. That's what I think is canon. But if you want to include the books or whatever, that's fine. Um, that's just the way it is. I'd rather watch. The live action for me is it. But anyways, so there's a lot of characters from the animated cartoon and stuff like that have jumped in here, and yeah, they look great. We have Inquisitors, and I'm sure there's other Easter eggs that I have no idea what they are. Probably ships and stuff like that. Let's go down the line here with what I remember, because man, there's so much to take in. There's so much to take in. Obi-Wan Kenobi has pretty much retired. He is done with being a Jedi, and he's overlooking Luke Skywalker. Right, he's young Luke Skywalker. He's ready to get him to protect him if protection is needed. That we knew, but his skills have seemed to be deteriorating. His Jedi skills, right? So it opens up like that. Actually, rewind a little bit. Props for the first episode, recapping the events of the prequel trilogy. That was awesome. Gave me chills. I thought that was better than the prequel trilogy, period. And then it opens up with the Order 66 Jedi Temple, which I think we're going to go back to that. And I'm going to go ahead and say, and I'm going to jump all over the place here. We're going to see that flashback again, and we may see Baby Yoda's origins, I think, there. But we get the flashback to the temple. It's more brutal. We feel for the younglings and stuff like that. So we see that. So props to the way they edited that right from the beginning. I'm hooked, right? So Obi-Wan is pretty much, he's a guy who's scarred. He's a sad guy. He's a hermit. His Jedi skills he's not practicing them, so they're kind of gone. That makes sense a little bit, especially when you watch the original trilogy. He's not flipping around, so they have an excuse for that. We got that part out of the way there. He's working at a meat market or something like that. He's just like a regular guy, trying not to draw too much attention to himself because he wants to keep Luke Skywalker safe, which is it's cool. Inquisitors are part of the team. They're all over the galaxy trying to kill the Jedi, find the last remains of the Jedi. I remember as a kid thinking that the Jedi were gone, like it was only Obi-Wan and Luke could become a Jedi, but I forgot the line. It's all but extinct. So there's still Jedis being hunted. Inquisitors are there and stuff, and we get introduced to them. And I gotta say, is it Moses Ingram? Is Inquisitor Rava? Is that her name? Again, I'm taking it all in right now. Inquisitor Reva, third sister. That I got it right. I'm spoiler free. This is the first time I watch it, so you guys may know the names. But holy cow, what a great performance by her. She's threatening, man, and I love the way these Inquisitors were portrayed. Like they're like pretty much like the Sith. They're Sithish, and they all hate each other. They all their ambition is power. They'll betray themselves or backstab each other in a second. How you doing, Catherine? In a second, just to kiss Darth Vader's ass, right? So that's pretty much a setup. They're after she's after Obi-Wan. They're after the last of the Jedi. She knows a lot about Obi-Wan Kenobi, and she knows Vader. She seems to have a connection to Vader. Leia she draws out Obi-Wan by kidnapping, having someone kidnap Leia. And shout out to the little girl playing Leia. She's a feisty character. She did a good job. Very cute. Alderaan was introduced. We see Alderaan more than ever. I guess the only weak part of this episode or these two episodes was like Alderaan looks a little bit too not Star Wars-ish to me, like a little bit too Disney stuff. Yeah, there's a difference, okay? So that's the only thing. Some of it was a little bit too like, you know what I mean? So just a little bit, not enough to ruin it. I don't want to get into like blow by blow of the episodes and stuff like that. Go out and watch it, but that you get the idea. The Inquisitors are after the last Jedi. They're the orders of the Empire, and stuff like that. And yeah, Uncle Owen hates Obi-Wan. They have a, doesn't absolutely hate him, but kind of hates him. Ewan McGregor's just, he's top notch. This is better than the prequels, easy, for me. So, and I'm sad that 2 episodes are down because that means we only have 4 left, right? Um, so yeah, I guess the biggest thing out of these 2 episodes that really shocked me, and I'm probably missing stuff because I'm just going to jump all over the place before I get to a caller, um, is it's revealed that Obi-Wan didn't know that Anakin was still alive and took the form of Darth Vader. Uh, well, he knew that he was Darth Vader, right? But I guess he didn't know that he was alive. And man, the look on Ewan McGregor's face or Obi-Wan's face when he saw that was insane, man. That was insane. So yeah, so there you go with that. And the cliffhanger at the end of the 2 episodes with Darth Vader. Holy shit. I don't know, man. There's just a lot. I'm going to have to get some callers in here. I'm going to drop the line. If anybody wants to call, I know we have Wancho in the house. Call in. I'm going to give these episodes a 9 out of 10. And the only reason it goes a little bit lower is because I didn't like the look of Alderaan. And look, the look of Alderraan's good, but the vibe and the tone. And look, nothing's a 10 for me, barely. I love this show. This is what Star Wars should be, all the time. It's based on the 2 episodes, okay? This may be the best episode, the best Star Wars since The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, that's how good it looks. And it's constant improvement and correction of what the movies have done. And let me be real here. A lot of the films have destroyed the lore, and the TV, Filoni and have come in and they've constantly like cleaning the house and course correcting and stuff like that. Now, before I get my call in, I'm going to say this because I don't know. I did let the studios know that I am going to be covering this show, because if you look at Nuke the Fridge, we're like totally hooked up with studios, with the exception, like, we don't get too much Lucasfilm stuff or Disney stuff. And I gotta say that when Disney first got a hold of Star Wars and for The Force Awakens, it was amazing, man. They were calling all sorts of media and stuff together, and we all felt part of it. But it's become very elitist of trying to cover this studio. And I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Like, moving forward here is to even reach out to the studio to like Lucasfilm or Disney to cover Star Wars stuff, because as the years have gone by, I've wanted to be part of it, like to have the actors and everybody, to bring the news to you all, Star Wars coverage to you all, like I do with the other studios, Paramount, awesome, Warner Bros. But it just seems with this studio that controls Star Wars doesn't want to talk to you guys, doesn't think this audience is worth talking to, or not big enough or whatever. But it is what it is. But I got to say that maybe moving forward, I should just, when it comes to this, I should just be a fan and forget about it. You know what I mean? I love Star Wars and stuff. I'm okay with Marvel. I could do without it, but at this point. But let's get to your calls. Da Juancho, ¿qué pasó, man?
Hey, how's it going there, Lewis? How
Hey,
you
man,
doing,
sorry
man?
I talk so much. I'm just like really excited about the show. What do you think?
Oh God, it was beautiful, man. Deborah Chow, she's directing all the episodes on this. She is in 2 for 2. Holy shit. That's incredible.
She's so good.
Uh-huh. No, she's really got this nailed down. She's got Obi-Wan, just the fact that he's having nightmares, you know what I'm saying? And then
Oh yeah.
yeah, no, it's just, oh my God. He's living with it. He's living with the regret. He's living with the pain of it all. and the way you would put it through, the way it came off, I was like, oh my god, perfect.
When
It,
Star
it
Wars when Star Wars is planned out, when it's done right,
when
it's
you've
invincible.
when you've got a beginning, a middle, and end for something, you got it down. That's why, like, as screwy as it was, the prequels were a hot mess, but they were a beautiful hot mess. But at the very least, Lucas had those planned down. That's why we got like so much of the, like you were mentioning earlier, the chaos that the sequel trilogy kind of threw everything into just got thrown up because they didn't have a plan. They didn't have a beginning, middle, and end.
I gotta be honest with you though,
So
because there's an article out there where Marcia Lucas, which is George Lucas's wife,
ex-wife.
ex-wife, saw the prequels and she started crying. So because she felt like they weren't on par with what her and Lucas created because she's co-creator in my book. Um, so yeah, the prequels sucked. I don't care. They're not meant for kids. They're the excuses that when we saw the original, we were kids, and then now we're older, so we didn't like them. That's not the case. Marcia Lucas proved it. Lucas has good ideas, but his editing skills weren't that good. And yeah, I can't greenlight the most of the what happened in the prequels. I know it bothers a lot of people, but I think these shows are making it better though. I mean, this was great, and it builds off the prequels.
Oh yeah, no, that's not even in question. Like, we're gonna have different opinions about the prequel trilogy, and that's fine. And like, and as far as this goes, I actually do agree with you here. The TV shows, Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, to a degree. Now we got Obi-Wan over here. We got the Cassian Andor story coming up later this year. I can only imagine.
Andor looks good,
Yeah,
man. Oh
no,
my
Diego
god.
Luna, he's looking badass there.
Yeah,
And when you were mentioning how they showed Alderaan, is like it felt too happy, happy. It's a small world after all. Sapid.
did you get that vibe out of it?
Well, I got the hey guys, you remember the prequels? Here's how the prequels feels now. That sort of icky,
I gotta be honest with
transparent
you.
vibe.
I got a little scared when what what's the guy name? Camille Najani. When he got
Which
in
one?
there and he
Oh
was
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
he was his. I was like, oh my god, I'm starting to miss Jar Jar for a bit.
No, but like, hey,
He was a little too goofy, but he redeemed himself by
he
the end
threw
of
us
the
a
episode.
curveball there. Yeah, he threw us a nice curveball.
Yeah,
I dug it. I dug it. And I just love how Obi Wan just like had him pegged like right from the get. It's like, boy, drop this shit. Okay, this is just magnets, son. Who the hell you think you're fooling? You're talking way too grandiose for a Jedi. I should know. How should you know? Bitch, I ain't telling you. Just holds my gun pointing. Oh, and the like you said, the little girl who's playing Leia. Oh my god,
excellent.
perfect. Oh my god, she's pulling. Like, I'm over here imagining, like, that sounds like I'm imagining what Carrie Fisher would sound like if she was a smarmy little kid back then. Holy shit! Like,
Yep.
and I'm over here watching everyone else is asleep, and I'm like, I really got to get up in like a couple hours for my straight job, but I'm literally watching this as it came out, and when she came out with just the little attitude that she gives to every fucking buddy, I was like, I actually jumped out of my seat, and I had to keep from shouting like, "Oh my god, this kid is fucking awesome!" Like, holy shit! Like, this kid is my new hero. Just like, it's just brilliant. And she's like not even phased with Obi-Wan. He's like
Nope.
just as smarmy with him. She's like, hey, since I first met you, I've been shot at, kidnapped, and I nearly fell to my death. Like that is straight out of, like, you can't, like, can somebody get this walking carpet out of my way? Just like, oh my god, this kid.
Well, I think it's going to get better from here. Did Deborah Chow direct all of them, all six?
Huh? Yes. Like I said, it helps when you have a beginning, a middle, and end. Or at the very least, if you got one director
One
and
vision.
on a game plan, exactly. Yeah, as screwy as Lucas's vision got with the prequel trilogy, You remember the stuff that he was talking about how he would have done the sequel if it was up to him. That they were going into like the mitochondria like microverse
Yeah, I
stuff.
would have vomited.
Yeah, so let's not forget, folks. Lucas may be there may be a creative genius, but that doesn't necessarily mean he nails 10 for 10 all the time.
No.
He's got quirky shit that he comes up with, just like anyone else who's passionate about their art. You're gonna have phases. Pablo Picasso, he had his blue period, he had his cubic period. Like that. Not everything's gonna be the same, and people can judge the the quality of the artwork on a case by case basis. Is not gonna be the same. It doesn't necessarily mean one's better than the
There
other.
was just too many like things that don't make sense in the prequels, you know? Like why would Yoda use a clone army that Dooku created? Like that doesn't make sense. That entire clone army was created by Dooku, and it was off a bounty hunter named Jango Fett. They told the Jedi that. Then
They
all the
told he
Jedi's, all the
told
it doesn't make sense. Then Yoda starts
no.
using that army. It's like, dude, then they're controlled by Dooku. There's just so many weird
That's
things.
yeah, no, it's freaking
Very
nuts.
sloppy.
And like it's freaking nuts, and I'm over here. Remember, it just reminds me of where one other reviewer, I don't remember where I got it from. This guy said like the entire point of the plot of the Clone War was designed to fail. It was designed not to be an actual war. It's designed for these guys to be left with no alternative. The Jedi left with no alternative but to use these clones because like okay, they managed to get the war started, and the Senate is not just gonna take it lying down. They're gonna go ahead and say, "Oh, hey, we have a convenient clone army. Great, let's go ahead and use it." And the Jedi are stuck with their hands tied, like shit. Well, I guess we got to use these guys.
I don't know. I think sometimes the fans add things because they want to save the storyline.
I know what you mean. I guess
Yeah.
that's part of what I'm doing over here. But then
Well,
again, I am a little.
celebration is on, and we're
Oh,
getting a lot
man,
of Cassian Andor looks very very good. I
looks
think that
spectacular.
those two. I think it's going to be as good as this. Honestly.
Oh my god, it looks spectacular just from the couple little shots I saw from the trailer of that. Whew. Oh lordy, I can only imagine the discourse that's going to come off of it. People are going to read like a billion different like political and sociological allegories in it, which are all part of what Star Wars is about, and they're going to be no, this is too political. Me,
Well,
like it's a triumph. What the hell?
as long as they do it cleverly, not just like you know.
Ham-fisted.
Oh, this is what I will say. You know, I'm gonna piss off people. Like for a
Go ahead.
company that likes to like talk about how inclusive they are, I can't find one YouTuber that's a person of color that has interviewed anyone from Obi-Wan Kenobi on YouTube. So I don't know. But hey, I'm not saying they didn't get an opportunity, but I'm just saying
It, if it
no
looks like it
access
does, quack
given
like
to
a duck.
us.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I wonder,
Very
especially
weird.
yeah, no,
I
especially
don't care anymore. I'm just gonna express my thoughts. So
oh,
hopefully
you
that
go ahead. You
yeah.
express your thoughts, dude. You
That's the
know
only
I'm all
thing,
about
you
that.
know.
No, I get you, man.
You want us to pay for the ticket to get in, but you won't invite us
Like
to the party? Okay.
exactly. It's like, okay, you want us to show up, you want us to give you our money, but you don't want to give us a seat at the table.
Yeah.
What's that about?
We don't need it. We
What's the
don't need
point of
it.
being there if we're not?
I'm not gonna blame the product though. This is good product. This is good. I'm gonna be honest with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, this is good product. But Juancho, I'm gonna let you go, bro. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad
gotta
you
go to
enjoyed it.
bed. No, I saw it. It's beautiful, man. Can't wait to see the rest. I'll check you later. All right, Lewis.
Real quick, give your channel a plug.
Oh yeah, sure, folks. I'm part of the Ravens flock. You all know that we cover all sorts of different pop culture, nerd culture news. We just did a review on MegaCon Orlando. It was a wreck. It was a
I,
godless wreck.
I
Over a
saw
hundred.
Gina Carano was there, right?
Oh yeah, she was. She was like behind like five different curtains because she didn't want anybody like trying to like sneak a photo at her. And at the same time, she's so worried she's being canceled, and she's so worried about this stuff. And yet you got double lines for people who are literally throwing their money at her. But
Oh, I
see,
heard it was packed for her. Yeah.
yeah, no, it legitimately was. And you had across the aisle there, you had the freaking what's his face, Dante Bosco. You had James Marster, Spike from Buffy the Vampire
What
Slayer.
about Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai?
Oh yeah, no, Johnny Lawrence, he was there. He had a freaking line. What's his face? Daniel Russo, him. The both
Yeah,
of them,
yeah,
they had a freaking line. But
yeah, yeah.
Gina, jeez, it was nuts. And like I said, like we did a cover on MegaCon Orlando. We're planning on going to MetroCon in Tampa, not next month, but July. And there's all sorts of different news and all sorts of different fun stuff to come see. We cover hard shit, but we also cover fun shit because fun is allowed, folks. And
Yeah.
even in these crazy ass times, fun is allowed. It's okay to smile. It's okay to play. It's okay to enjoy your passions. It's fine. As long as you're not hurting anybody, do as you will.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
All right, good night,
Bye bye.
Lewis. Thank you later.
Bye bye. Yeah. So very happy with this episode's plural. Gonna be watching it again. I don't know if I'm gonna be watching it tonight. But tomorrow I'm looking forward to watching it again. And then I'll be more knowledgeable of the names and everything and the stuff that's going on here on Nuke the Fridge. Now, we don't go live as much here on this channel. We haven't. So you're going to see like it's a little slow and then boom, it's going to click in. There is no doubt of that. We're going to have a lot of people by the end of the series. But I appreciate everyone watching and let me know your comments on the bottom here. As yeah, Obi-Wan. I don't even know the names of the both of the episodes. We got the pilot and episode 1.2. It says on IMDb. I don't know. They actually have names, but we'll talk to you later. May the force be with you. Woohoo.